and welcome to today's Brand Breakthrough Show. We are going live at 5. This is our new time for going live every week. So we're going to be with you every Tuesday at this same time, same place in this group. So I've got a couple of brand strategies to share with you today that I use relentlessly, and they work relentlessly. And when you're building your business, you're scaling your brand, you're looking at really growing and maybe creating new products to get out there in front of existing clients, new products for new clients, existing products to existing clients. You know, there's lots of ways that you can really take your brand much further. There's a couple of strategies that I want to run through with you that have worked incredibly well for me. They always work every time I implement them, and I really recommend that you give these a go as well. So I'm coming to you live from London today. I'm down in London, staying at my friend Kim's house. Hi, Gail. We've got our monthly Brand Builders Thinkubator happening in London tomorrow evening. So if you're in London or you know someone in London, give them a shout. We're going to be down there. I can get you a complimentary ticket. We're going to be in South Kensington, I believe. Hello, Lisette. Lovely to see you. Phyllis, hello. So yeah, come down and play. We have our online version of the Thinkubators every month, by the way, on the last Friday of every month. So it'll be gorgeous to see you. Christina, hello. so yeah, it's the strategy. The first one I'm going to talk about that I really want to support you with today, hi Michelle, is case studies and testimonials. You know, it just seems so obvious, doesn't it? It seems so obvious that case studies and testimonials, you know, they're a brilliant way of getting that brand exposure out there, because not only is it somebody else saying to someone, like, you have to work with this person, like it's a no-brainer to go and work with this person. You know, your credibility just shoots up at that point. But the other thing that happens is your marketing costs go to zero, and your brand exposure massively increases, because remember, your brand is what other people say about it when you're not there. Your brand is what other people are talking about, the conversations that are happening about you. So we best make sure those conversations are conversations you want to be having, right? So one of the very best ways that you could start really increasing your brand exposure, taking it from bland to brand, I guess, is to look at case studies. However, I'm going to put a little twist on that for you and say case study blogs. So if you're not using case study blogs, this is a really great trip for you, or a trick for you to really start increasing that brand exposure that you're currently getting. I mean, just think about it, right? Especially if you're starting to build a following, creating case studies that highlight what your customers are doing, the journey, looking at what they were looking for, where were they before they started working with you, what problem was it that they were searching to solve, what pain were they in, and you just got to start there, right? Because you're coming at it from the why you position, okay? So step into your customer's shoes and, you know, think, like, why them? Why are they perfect for your solution, for the very thing that you provide, for the thing you want your brand to be most known for? Why are they the perfect person for that? So always, you know, when you're building up a marketing strategy or anything, put yourself in that client's shoes and think, you know, why you? Why are you the perfect person to read this? And why me? Why am I the perfect person to be teaching you this? So why you, why me? And then why this, followed by why now? So if you follow that kind of structure with your case study testimonials that you're going to use for your blogging, this is really a brilliant way that you can get this going. And also think about it, right? If you were to do a video interview with your ideal customer, or the customer that has been through that process, and you're like, oh my God, this is a dream. If I could work with another 100 or 1,000 of these people, this would just be like super awesome. You know, like doing case studies on those people, that's what you want to do. You know, it's nice having case studies of all the clients you've worked with, but you want to attract more of the ones that you really want. So once you've come up with that idea of exactly who it is that's your target client, who's like the very best person, you know, the client that lights you up, the one that pays you before the invoice is due, you know, all of the things that that would make up a brilliant ideal customer profile for you, like who is that? And they're the people that you want to start approaching about these case study blogs. Now, a great thing about these case study blogs, and the way to approach this with your clients or your customers that you've already served, is to reach out to them and say that you would love to do a spotlight on their business, because ultimately that's what you're doing. Now, this is great content. If you then want to turn it into like magazine content, if you do it as a video, as I was just kind of getting onto that point, if you do it as a video, then you've got that in YouTube, and then you can copy and paste the blog written content into the description of your YouTube video. So now you're getting like super juice. You want it to be found as many times and in as many different ways as you possibly can have that happen, right? So you want to approach your clients and say, look, I really love what you're about. I'd love to spotlight you in front of our entire tribe, our entire network. When would you have 15 minutes for us to have a quick call where I can interview you and just pull out some of the key points and then really, get you that massive exposure to our entire list or our audience, whoever it is that you're building. Subscribers, if you've got a magazine, or if a membership, we'll get it out to my members. So who's going to say no to that? If you write to them and say, I would really appreciate a testimonial from you, they're not going to bother with that, right? Sometimes people do that, but you're not important when it's just a testimonial. When you say, I'd love to interview you and get you out to my entire network and all of the customers that are ever going to come on board with me in future, I really would love to interview you. When have you got 15 minutes? So if you say 15 minutes, most people will say yes. What I found is, if you ever try and book a meeting with a super busy person, always organise that meeting at 1/4 to the hour. So if you say, I've got some time at 12:45 or 2:45 p.m. on such and such day, they're going to look at that and they're going to find time for you. If you say, I'd love to interview you, and they think it's going to take an hour, they're not going to take that time out of their diary. So what I've always found is, if you do a 1/4 to the hour and give a couple of options, so I'm available at 1:45 on Tuesday or 4:45 on Friday, which one of those suit you? Or if neither of them do, could you send some other days and times across that are best for you, and I'll match one up in my diary this end. So I've always found that I've always got a yes. Whenever I've done a 1/4 to the hour, I've always got a yes. So that's a big big tip for you if you're not using that already. But putting that spotlight and focus on them, it takes it away from then being all about you and promoting you, and it becomes all about promoting them. When it becomes about them, now it's a why you, right? So now they're like, why me? Yeah, I want to get my business out there in front of or my life, or my whatever it is that you've worked with them on. And if it's something that's not a business, you might not be working business to business, you might be working business to consumer, and your customers might be people that do not want to talk about what's happened for them. There will be another angle that you can find. There'll be some kind of charity angle, or there'll be something that you could think of and think, what is the way around this? Is to maybe, think about who all your clients are, and think about a common cause that they would all love to support, and maybe get them involved in that instead, and you can kind of eke out the little bits of the things you want to say through that. But really, case study blogs, for those of you that are just joining now, case study blogs are a brilliant way, because you'll always get an interview with somebody. They very rarely does somebody say no. There'll always be something that you could highlight. And obviously, if you're going to start getting people to give you that content, if you're going to start interviewing people, I would just recommend that you get a content release form signed by them. I wouldn't send it out in advance, because that might scare the shit out of them. So do the interview and then say, I would love to share this with all of our readers, all of our listeners. Would you be able to sign this form so that I've got permission to be able to use that in future? And so get that signed, because, you don't want stuff my business partner, Jamie, she always says, fences make great neighbours. So just having those things lined up is always a good idea. So think about that. Think about those case study blogs, because there's so much you can then do with those case studies. Imagine if you were to write a series. So for example, if you were to take your 5 biggest objections, right? So list them. Give us some comments here in the comments below. What are the 5 biggest objections that you hear from people who say they're not going to buy with you because, or I'm not ready because, or I haven't got the money, I haven't got the time. Like, what are the biggest objections that you find when you are on a mission to really support more clients? Hello, Jamie, as if by magic. I was literally just talking about you. So yeah, think about what those objections are. And here's what I would do. Hi, Shirley. I can't wait to see you in Netherlands on Thursday. Yeah, I'm going to fly over. I'm going to be with you all of Thursday evening. How fun is that? So yeah, if you think about, okay, what are the top 5 objections? And then pick ideal customers, ideally people you've already served, pick them and then reach out to them and have each one of them as a theme to answer those questions. Once you've done that, if you've got 5 objections, 5 major objections, all good, Jamie, as always, 5 major objections, 5 customers, like talking about their story, interviewing them, getting them out there. Hi, Karen. Getting them out there in a bigger way. And by doing that, you're actually also answering those objections as well. So take one who said they didn't have time. They're really time poor. Why was your service great for somebody that was time poor? Someone that says they can't afford it, they haven't got the money. Okay, so what case study could you do that demonstrates somebody that hasn't got the money still can go through your process and receive brilliant transformation? I have to talk to my business partner, might be another one. If you're talking to people and you've got a high level, mastermind or retreat or something that is more of a larger investment, then actually we get this for people that are even small investments. It's like, I just need to go back and talk to my business partner about it. So what's the objection? They're saying, I've got to talk to my business partner, but what can you do as a case study blog that then highlights, I thought that I needed to talk to my business partner, but actually I went ahead with this anyway, and the business grew so much that my business partner was saying to me, what the hell is it that you're doing? You're so different these days, or whatever it is that puts the spotlight on that. So they think, actually, I'm going to go ahead with this anyway. I mean, there's so many other ways that you could do this. We could brainstorm for the whole evening on that particular thing. But, again, just looking at those objections. And if you've got 5 objections, 5 ideal customers, and you write a testimonial blog, a case study blog, an interview as such, that's 5 pieces of content that Google is now ranking you for. That's, if you've got those 5 case studies, they are great case studies to then weave into your book or to create a brochure. Really highlight your products and services, or your programs, your membership. So, I find that is an absolutely brilliant way, is using case study blogs. We've actually got a number of case study blogs on our How to Build a Brand website. If you go to howtobuildabrand.org, there are some great case studies that we've already done on there. After this, I'll go and get some links and post them for you so you can see some examples of them. But, just like really take your shining examples, because your shining examples are the best example of your work. And if you're writing about them and you're putting them in the spotlight, and they're then going and telling everybody else, they'll have a list as well. They'll be building stuff as well. They'll have people that they know. They've got networks. They're parts of communities. They're on Facebook. They've got people they're connected to on Facebook. They're, people that they're connected to on Messenger. Even, somebody with the smallest list might still have 100 people, 100 friends on Facebook. So everybody's got a community of some kind. And for you to interview them, it's a two-way thing, because you could then ask them if they would be happy to then share it with their network as well. So blog case studies are just absolutely brilliant. We've started using them quite a lot recently, and it's brilliant. Lisette, clients who never stop searching for their right mentor, don't look what they really need and get overloaded by all the content that's available on the internet. Brilliant. Actually, you've got a number of objections there. I've been searching for the right mentor for a long time. Why is it? I think that's what the thing is. You've got to look at what's the objection, what's the real objection behind that, Lisette. If they've been searching for the right mentor for a long time, what is it that stopped them? So if you went through the 10-day Show Me the Money challenge, on day 10, I was talking about proactive, and reactive clients, and or prospects, and how each of them, they're a totally different mindset. So if you've got a proactive client, that sounds to me, clients who never stop searching for the right mentor, that sounds very proactive. So they want to, but maybe they've watched somebody else have a bad experience with a mentor, and that's why they keep searching and searching and searching, because the experience they've witnessed somebody else have, or that they might have had themselves, has not been positive in the past. So now they're searching and searching and searching. So what is their real objection? Their objection probably is around trust. I don't trust people enough. I don't trust myself. That's a major objection. I've heard that several times recently, actually. I don't trust myself to complete the project. I don't trust myself to complete the program. I don't trust myself to finish it. I don't trust myself to start that diet and lose weight because every other one has failed, right? So there's an objection behind that objection, Lisette, and you need to get behind that. When you get behind that, now you're flying, because you'll be talking the love language of any customer who's searching for what you provide, and you'll be showing up for all the right things. They don't look what they really need, or don't look for what they really need. They get overloaded by all the content that's available on the internet. So an objection could be I'm just so overwhelmed by like someone just needs to make it easy for me. I'm too overwhelmed with everything that's there. So your case study will be like a great client to do a case study would be, I searched all over the internet, and I spent days and days trying to find the right mentor. And I was pulling my hair out. I was coming to the end of my tether. And in fact, it was keeping me up at night, because I knew that was what the next step was that I needed, but I just didn't know where to go. And then I was recommended Lisette. And as a result of having a conversation with Lisette, I realized that I'd found somebody that I could trust. I found somebody who actually fit like a glove with exactly what I needed. And what was brilliant was that Lisette had already gone across all of the internet and brought everything together in one place, so that I didn't have to search anymore. And it made such a difference to my life, having someone doing all of that work for me. And it was absolutely the best investment that I could have made. Like having somebody say that to you, it's like, go through the objections. You want to kind of like you want to collect problems. As an entrepreneur, that's our job, isn't it, really? We collect problems and we solve them. So you want to collect as many problems as you can. Lisette, trust is absolutely the key in this. Brilliant. So, if trust is the biggest thing, then you want to make sure that trust is weaved as the common theme through absolutely everything. So even though you might have 5 objections and one might be about time, you want to get that little theme about trust in there as well. About money, you want to get that theme about trust, because if that's the overall thing, if that's the brand that you want to build, if that's what you want other people talking about, sharing with each other, that is absolutely what I would suggest that you do, and weave that all the way through. And for those of you that are watching as well as Lisette, is to build a theme. So and here's how I would suggest you do that, is to really think about what are the top 3 values that you stand for as an organisation. Hi Amanda, can't wait to see you in London for the Thinkubator tomorrow, very excited. Lisette, where are you? Are you in, your name is clearly not English. I'm just wondering if you are in the Netherlands. Come and join us in the Netherlands on Thursday evening. And for those of you that are in London, come and join Amanda and I in London tomorrow night. We're going to be in Kensington doing our masterminds, and we've got a training session as well. We have a 15-minute learning point that we've now included with all of our Thinkubators. So we're tomorrow's learning point, and in the Netherlands as well for June. Our learning point is all about how do you keep your customers or ideal customers engaged even when they're not buying from you. So how do you keep them engaged to the point that they are ready to say yes to that sale? So that's what we are doing. So if you can't get to London tomorrow or Holland on Thursday, at the end of this month, on the last Friday of the month, we have 2 online Thinkubators. We have one at 9 a.m. in the morning and one at 7 p.m. in the evening, UK time. So, and we really do some great brainstorming. Everyone gets a hot seat. Everybody gets to share what you do as a business. So a lot of people get to know about what you do. Let's have a look here. The personal for in mentoring is a biggie too, being personal. Sometimes you just won't gel, and that's fine. You're not each other's ideal audience. And that's a really great point, Anna, to bring that out. So, it might be that you could have somebody say in their interview, I was looking for a mentor, and and I was recommended to Anna, and I heard about this amazing stuff that she's doing. And actually, what I really admired about Anna was that she recognized immediately that that the program that she developed was not perfect for me, and so what I'd gone to her with, it wasn't the right thing for me. And I really respected the fact that Anna was prepared to say, this isn't right for you. And instead of trying to sell me a product that wasn't right, she actually went out of her way to recommend me something else that was better, or something that was different. And I didn't even realize actually what I thought I wanted was this, but what I really needed was that. So I was really grateful to Anna. And as a result, I've referred 5 other customers to Anna. And Anna has since asked me some of the things that I really need in my life, and she's developed products around that for me. So now I've been a client of Anna's for the last 3 years, and she keeps developing stuff for me that really makes a difference to my life. So I'm so grateful, Anna. Thank you so much, right? You see how you can turn this around? You're able to really take that message and do some amazing stuff with that. So that strategy for blog case studies is a really brilliant one, and you can then use those case studies for all kinds of stuff. So imagine this. You do a video interview, which you transcribe, and you turn that into the blog interview. You've now got a video that you can use, so you can point them you could get the video up onto YouTube. You could then take the blog testimonial, copy and paste, say, a third of the description, or the top paragraph even, get that up into YouTube with a link driving them back to your website, because you want them in your website. You don't want them on YouTube where they're going to be faced with a whole world of distraction. You want them in your website, right? But then you stream the video directly into your website. So now it's within your WordPress website, if WordPress is what you're using. So now when somebody types in whatever the keyword is that you want to be found for, you are literally showing up everywhere. You're showing up in all the places that you want to show up and be recognized for. So it's a really good strategy to do that. Hello, Dorcas. Yay, I'm going to see you in the Netherlands as well. So yeah, really, no matter what industry you are in, using blog case studies is a really, really great way for you to do that. And of course, then you can use them in your emails. You can use them in all kinds of stuff. So where I've seen that work really well, I'm just coming up to the end of this session now. Just a couple of minutes left to go. Where I've seen this work really well, a friend of mine, Tasha Chen, she ran a brilliant money manifestation challenge a few months ago. And as part of the challenge, so every day she was sending an email out to all the people that had signed up for the challenge, and part of that email sequence, she weaved in some case studies, right? She, if like Dorcas, you want to achieve blah blah blah, or like so and you want to achieve this X, Y, Z. Make sure you sign up for the money challenge, blah, blah, blah. So she was constantly driving people across to come and get involved in it. And that was really great, and what could have been even better was turning them into blog case studies. And instead of laying the whole thing out in the email, is maybe give them a little enticing reason why to come across and read the whole thing. So there's different ways that you can use it. It's very, very powerful. Anna, and when you recommend a better fit or different person, you'll gain their ultimate trust. You go sky high in their estimations, proves you're not just in it for the money. I mean, that's an effing boom right there, Anna. An effing boom. Well done. That just absolutely nails it. So I know we've got a really short and sweet session today, and I'm getting prepared for the Thinkubator in London tomorrow. Very much hope that I see you there. And also this weekend in London, Heathrow, we have a brilliant event. It's a 2-day event called Show Me the Money Live. So if you want to come along and play and work out what your product is, test your product in the room. We're doing a market. So we're opening it up. We're doing a marketplace for you to actually get the words out of your mouth and sell in the room. You're going to be selling in the room. It's a bunch of fun. When I did this, the very first time that I did it, I came away with £14,000 worth of orders. So if you are in London, or you can get your backside to London this weekend, it's on Sunday and Monday. Really, it's a great event. It's not mine, it's not my event. I'm just supporting Chris Williams and Martha Hanlon, who you may have seen do the 10-day Show Me the Money challenge with me a couple of weeks ago. Thank you, Rob. So they are flying over to London. They're coming over from America to come and spend that couple of days with us. So we've got our Members Day event on Saturday, and then 2 days of Show Me the Money. It's going to be a load of fun. A very small, intimate group, so it's not a massive event or anything. We always keep our events nice and intimate so that you're getting the hands-on one-to-one support that you need. So I hope to see you there. The link is www.showmethemoneylive.com. So very much hope you can be there. If you can't, please share it with somebody who you think would really love to come along. Your first time on here, finding your feet. Brilliant, Anna. Well, I'd love to find out more about what you do. Send me a personal message, and maybe able to jump on and do like a little hot seat with you or something on one of these sessions. I love doing that because it gives you the progress moving forward and the help and support. And if you can go and make a difference in the world, then I just got my one drop created another big ripple effect. So thank you very much, Lisette. It's lovely working with you all today, and I will see you same time next week for the Brand Breakthrough Show. Put it in your diary, and I will see you here. If you've got any questions, by the way, about branding or marketing or building your business, please do drop them to me. Send me a personal message, let me know what they are, and I'll do a show just around that topic for you, and maybe can get you hot seated like I just said a few moments ago. So take care, have a wonderful evening. Excellent, Anna, that's so awesome. Oh my god, we'd have an even better conversation, because I bet we could talk strategy till the stars go back down. I love it. I thrive on talking branding and strategy, so let's jump on a call at some point. I'm sure there's some ways that we can co-create. So have a great evening, day, morning, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Enjoy your time, and I will look forward to seeing you be the brand you want to see in the world, and I'll see you in this group throughout the week. Take care. Bye.